Hello friends, welcome to Knowledge House. So right now we'll be analyzing today's The Hindu newspaper that is of dated 6th of August 2018. So as you all know, we'll be giving importance only to articles that are important from a UPSC civil service exam perspective. So I welcome you all to this video. So let's start. So the first article is regarding the Article 35A that is existing in Jammu and Kashmir. So unease and growing anxiety was palpable in Jammu and Kashmir on Sunday, a day ahead of the Supreme Court hearing on whether a constitution bench would go into the question of Article 35A, which empowers the state legislature to define permanent residence. So, as you all must be aware that Article 35 deals with Jammu and Kashmir permanent. That is Article 35A deals with uh, permanent resident term. That is with the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and these only those residents with this permanent resident status are allowed to are entitled to various kinds of things, including only such people are allowed to apply for government jobs and all that, and various other aspects. Only such people are allowed to own property there. So these are the things that are important from Article 35A. So the constitutional validity of this particular clause is being questioned in the Supreme Court, and the hearing is yet to go. So that is all important about this article, and we have a second part here. So Supreme Court to decide on who will hear the Jammu and Kashmir status. So Supreme Court on Monday will consider whether the constitution bench should probe to the grant of special status to Jammu and Kashmir in 1954 under the aegis of Jawaharlal Nehru government. That's the question here. So the special status which was bestowed on Jammu and Kashmir by incorporating Article 35A in the constitution by a presidential order by Dr. Rajendra Prasad under Article 370 in 1954 on the advice of Nehru cabinet. So the parliament was not consulted. That's the key issue here. And Article 368(1) of the constitution mandates that only parliament can amend the constitution by introducing a new article. So that is all important about this issue. Anyway, in the coming days we'll be updating, or we can will be we get will be we can get access to various expert comment on this. So let's wait till then, and let's see how Supreme Court observes the comments of Supreme Court that are likely to come up today evening. So that's all important about this particular article. Moving on to the next one, it is regarding India's second moon mission. So the launch of India's the launch of Chandrayaan 2 has been postponed. So the launch of India's second mission to the moon, Chandrayaan 2, may be delayed till January 2019. That's what the article says, according to a top official. So ambitious mission, which was supposed to be launched in April and was later fixed for October of 2018. So now has been postponed to January of 2019. So the postponement comes in the wake of various kinds of setback that has been described in this particular article. It is regarding technical aspect. So the postponement comes in the wake of ISRO's facing quite setbacks. So it is also the ISRO's first mission to land on any celestial body. So they will not take any particular risk. That's what an official has said. So moving on to the next article, it is regarding the current Chief Information Commissioner's comment regarding the RTI amendment. So the commissioner has gone to the extent of saying that the corrupt government officials will be able to escape the public scrutiny if the RTI Act of 2005 is amended according to the recommendation of Justice M. Srikrishna Committee on Data Protection. That is Justice B. N. Srikrishna Committee on Data Protection. That is what Central Information Commissioner M. Sridhar Acharelu has warned. So if amended, the section would expand the scope of denial of information with several ambiguous and very wide expressions. That's what he has warned, and will also contains no definition for the common good, promotion, transparency, or even privacy. However, he felt that the most dangerous term was harm, which was defined in 10 different ways. That's what the article says, including mental injury, loss of reputation or humiliation, and subjection to any kind of blackmail. So these are the things that are to be noted here. Moving on to the next one, it is regarding India taps Antigua for Choksi extradition. That's what the article says. So anyway, the thing to be noted here is citizenship by investment. So I think we are yet to, like, there are various citizenship rules that differs across various countries. So there are some countries like Antigua right now, and there is a particular visa category in US called EB5 that grants that grants citizenship to a particular individual if he is ready to invest an amount that is stipulated by the government. And in Antigua, that is the current country in which this particular individual is staying. The limit is just 1.2 crores, so that's simple money for him, for a rich man like him. So so there are various laws that govern such things. So right now, India taps Antigua for Choksi extradition. That's what the article says. So the team met the foreign ministry officials of the island nation on Saturday and handed over the request to extradite Mr. Choksi to India. That's what an official has informed. So the reports say that Antiguan authorities cleared his citizenship in November 2017 after India did not give any adverse report on his application. That's what this article says. So moving on to the next one, it is regarding an upset of the collegium or the judges at change in Justice Joseph's seniority. So the center sat on the file for months before sending it back to the collegium in April. That's what the main allegation is. So that's the sole reason why Justice K. M. Joseph his seniority has been reduced. That's what the article says. So, but before it before it had unilaterally bifurcated Justice Joseph's name and cleared Justice Indu Malhotra, whose name was recommended by the collegium along with Justice Joseph. As a sitting Chief Justice of a High Court, Justice Joseph was senior to Justice Malhotra, who was a direct appointment from the bar. Anyway, today the senior judges will be expressing their disappointment regarding the reduction in Justice Joseph's seniority. So let's see how things are going to evolve. And moving on to the next one, it is regarding the panel to get more powers. That's backward commission panel to get more powers. So the panel that will come into being following the passage of 123rd Constitutional Amendment Bill by the Lok Sabha a few days ago will be able to enforce safeguards provided to the socially and economically backward classes. That's what the article says. So till now, it was the National Commission for Scheduled Castes that addresses the grievances of the OBC, and the Article 338 of the Constitution. Please note that Article 338 of the Constitution that provides for special officer for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe to investigate all matters relating to safeguards available to them under the Constitution says categorically that SC and STs shall be construed as a including references to OBCs once a commission decides who they are. So the OBC reservation becoming a reality in 1990s, the mandate of the SC Commission got extended. So what the article says is that SC and ST shall be construed as a including references to OBCs. So once the commission decides who they are, that's what the article says. So the OBC reservation became a reality in 1990s and the mandate of the SC Commission got extended. So these functions will now get transferred to a new panel as per the official comments. So that's all about this particular article. Going on to the next one, it is regarding organ donation law. So a new law is being proposed in the United Kingdom, which is in line with the law that is existing in various countries like Austria and all. So the panel that will come in, the proposed new system of consent for organ and tissue donation, which will presume that people have agreed to transplant unless they have specifically opted out, is expected to come into England in 2020 as a part of the drive to help the Black, Asian and minority ethnic people. So I'll repeat the statement once again. So the organ donation law, which is the proposed one, according to the system, the new system of consent for organ and tissue donation, which will presume that the people have agreed to transplants unless they have specifically opted out, is expected to come into effect in England 2020 as a part of the drive to help the BAME community, that is Black, Asian and minority ethnic people. So legislation that is likely to introduce the new framework will be debated in the parliament later this year. That's what the Health Department of UK has said. So moving on to the economic news. So government to seek new bids for Pawan Hands. So what exactly is this Pawan Hands? This is a joint venture between government, which holds a 51% stake, and the state-owned ONGC, which owns the remaining 49%. So the government is now seeking to sell their stake in this particular company. This is a helicopter service provider. So Pawan Hans, the potential investors have suggested that ONGC's 49% too could be sold along with the government's 51%. So the government has made a comment that if anyone is likely to, or is anyone is interested in taking it up in a full 100%, then they will be allowed to do so. So something similar has happened with Air India, with the government's attempt to sell their stakes of the Air India. But as you all are aware that it was not the plan did not took off. So right now this is a new plan. So government is likely to, if someone comes up, government is likely to shed their 100% stakes. But let's see how things are going to evolve. So that's all about this particular article. Moving on to the next one. More time for resolution of stressed power projects likely. That's what this article is titled. So an additional 180 days could be provided for resolution of 34 stressed power projects with a view to avoid potential value erosion of operating plans, according to the government report. I'll repeat the statement once again. An additional 180 days could be provided for resolution of the 34 stressed power projects with a view to avoid potential value erosion of operating plans. So as per the new RBI norms, the banks need to restructure stressed assets within 180 days or 6 months. So if the recommendations of the report, which was in compliance with the Allahabad High Court order, are accepted, the banks would get about a year for restructuring the power sector loans, which amounts to around 1.7 lakh crore. So that's all about this particular article. Moving on to the next one, it is regarding Confederation of Indian Industry report regarding the trade war that is going on between China and India. So CII says that this particular trade war would make Indian products more competitive. So with the US imposing an additional 25% duty on import of goods that are worth 34 billion from China, certain Indian products may become more competitive. That's what CIA has said. So an analysis by the industry chamber revealed that India should focus on the US market for items in the categories of machinery, electrical equipment, vehicles, and transportation equipment parts, and various other things which are really competitive over there, and should also expand to various products. That is, India should expand their market in the US and various other countries as expand their market, especially in terms of the products that are really competitive in India. So that's all about this particular article. So we have finished analyzing today's The Hindu newspaper of dated 6th of August 2018. So thank you very much for watching this video. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and do share it with your friends. And you can follow us on Telegram. You can also for various kinds of PDF. You can log on to our blog, that is www.knowledgehouse.co. And we'll be coming up with more interesting and compelling videos. So please do subscribe our channel so that you won't miss any more updates from us. So that's all about today's this particular video. Thank you very much for watching once again, and have a nice day.